Hey there, guys. So, according to the updated news, they have supposedly fixed the crashing bugs. So, I'm going to be going back to Dark Reign for the clear that I originally had planned out for this boss. Assuming this works, I'm going to unlist my previous Dark Reign video because this should be the intended Dark Reign video. And now that the crash bugs are fixed, I'll be going back to the other bosses and the Exastar fight with some alternate teams now that, I can not have to deal with crashes. So here's the team we're going to use. It's pretty similar to the clear that I already did. It's just, going to be more damage is the only big thing here. Okay, so to start off, we're going to have Lara Croft stack her shifted LB on turn 1. Then Kain is going to Rallying Cry, just so we can fill Lara back up pretty quickly. Tidus is going to triple Stardust Ray. Esther is going to triple Stardust Ray. Like I said, this is pretty similar to my other clear. I'm just going to, it's going to be better. So we're going to quad tag with Aerith to help support chain. And Roberta is going to double tag and Draconic Triune to refill Lara Croft's LB. So we're going to go ahead and chain these up, and we can send the taggers as well. That gives us that 100 count chain point score. There it is, 100 count chain, and Lara Croft's LB is good to go again. So the physical attacks are being handled by Aerith, who is passive provoking with evasion. We're going to go ahead and stack Lara a second time, so now her LB is maximum stack. We're going to go to the base form with Aerith. We're going to just reload Roberta. This is going to tag chain and Magnus to fill up Lara Croft. Didn't quite fill her all the way because she didn't get many crystals, but that should be okay. We're going to use the LB of Esther to put up that field, and that filled up Lara the rest of the way, which is nice. Tidus can just guard. We don't really need him for this next turn. Kain is going to get ready for his jump with his cooldowns and all. And we're going to do the Killer and the Imbue from Aerith. Now, the Imbue is because it gives a 100% Dark Resist buff. Because the boss is going to use some Dark AoEs. You can also Nethicite them, cover them, or reflect them with, like, Carbuncle. But if you have 100% Dark Resist, you're fine, and Aerith handles that pretty easily. Okay, so now Lara, excuse me, is going to Volatile Ammunition, but not quite yet. Let's have Esther start off with Bolting Impact. We're going to Quantum Storm on Aerith, and we're going to do Energizing Bunny. We'll go ahead and do that first. Okay, now we're going to Volatile Ammunition on Lara to 90% break the boss. We're going to shift Roberta, and now that it's fixed, we'll do Dragon Killer. That's just because we need a third cast. The big things we're doing are Dragoon's Aim and Emissary of Demise. Turn 3, Tidus gets his guard again. And we're going to do Aerith's LB to amplify the party to Light Element. Okay, now we're going to shift Kain. Make sure you shift him. I always forget sometimes what Kain, what form I'm in. And we're going to do his shifted jump, which is, going to be big damage. Okay, so more AoE dark damage from Rain, but, we're immune because of Aerith's buff, so not a problem here. Okay, next up, we're going to have Roberta do her, not yet though, Crimson Dive. We're going to do it in a moment. We're going to shift Lara back to the base form, where we're going to normal auto attack twice with her dual wield and TMR equipped. Tidus will Tidus's Spirit. Esther will triple. We're just going to cast her Magnus. We don't need anything from Aerith here, so we can just guard her. And Roberta can jump out of here. And okay, so we're going to be doing the kill in just a second. Okay, so Tidus is going to SLB. Esther is going to LB. Aerith will do Chain Lightning from Esther. We're going to shift an LB cap with Lara Croft, and then we're going to drop the Dragoons. Now, keep in mind, Lara Croft's LB is very, very quick. So you don't want to send it too soon. We don't want to send it too late either because it's AoE. So it's a little tricky to time with Esther. So you want to like send Esther, and like as soon as you see, like right after you click Esther, you want to click Laura, and that'll give you the timing you kind of for the most part want. Titus is very slow, so he's gonna not too slow. So he's gonna go first. Then we're gonna send the Extreme Nova guys, and then we're gonna send Laura, and then the others. So Titus, we wait. That, and that should have been a 64-point chain if everyone went off properly. If it was the 63-point chain, then Laura missed. 64-point chain, 24 billion. Okay, so that variance was a little bit under. But I'm not gonna spam run it today. I'll do that for extra energy later in the week. So here's the damage breakdown now that we have all our buffs and such. Looks like, okay, well, whatever. So here is the damage breakdown. So Roberta did 5 billion, Kane did 6 billion, Laura did 2.5, Esther did 6.5, and Titus did 4.5. So pretty good. You know, I still got to farm this event, so I'm going to be running Dark Reign with a bonus party. You know, after I do some reruns on the other bosses. And then once I finish farming, then I'll use the rest of the energy for variance runs. And then I'll, you know, I might like give you an update of my high variance after the whole week, you know, on Wednesday or something. Anyway, back to rank 14. I don't have Graf, I don't have Angela, I don't have Reagan, I don't have the new return Fina. So yeah, so I'm not going to be super high this event, but I'm pretty happy. I think I'm pretty safe in the top 500, which is where I usually end up in Dark Visions pretty much every month. But then, you know, that's good enough for me. Anyway, so as far as the gear goes, so the boss does single target physical every single turn, AoE dark magic that can be reflected, covered, or neticited on turns 2, 3, and 4. You can also just immune it with Dark Resist. And then on turn 5, the boss does a single target 800% Dark Imperil, as well as a Dark Nuke on the same turn. So, if you're not dealing with that, I'm not sure how much damage it deals. You know, with a break, it may not even deal relevant damage. I don't know. I just killed the boss by turn 5 and not have to deal with it. There's a bunch of ways to deal with it, and for like my budget rerun, I'll probably go longer than turn 5 to show you some ways to deal with that. But this team had no reason to go past turn 5, so we didn't have to. So here is the setup we used. We'll go to Aerith first. So Aerith is just passive provoke evasion. As long as you're not in the negative for Dark Resist, you're not going to take any damage because we use that 100% Dark Resist buff. So as long as you're not negative in the Dark Resist, no one needs any kind of resist at all. Passive provoke evasion, and I gave her Lightning Fast Legend. Actually, we don't even need that because we gave her the Chaining Frames with Esther herself. So if you missed this materia, no big deal. Shift form, same thing. There we go. And that was her build. Esther is using LB damage versus demons and humans. There's her setup. And we can actually use the cards again. That was fixed, thankfully. Maxed LB damage, maxed human, and maxed demon. Star player Titus is pretty well geared. He's got maxed everything at this point. Now that I can swap gear. But yeah, the reason I was a little bit irritated yesterday is because like I had my team so perfectly geared where everyone is max killers and max LB damage. I was like, and then I had to change things around for the crash bugs. But no, we're good now. So anyway, he's really well geared. Thanks to the Shard Dungeon, I got the EX3 Arin, which gives me the card. So yeah, Titus' Spirit. So this Titus is about as good as it gets for the most part. Maxed LB, maxed Demon, and maxed Human. And he did really, really good damage. And the reason Titus is really useful here, by the way, is he does a 135% light imperil, and because he gets sent first on the kill turn, that imperil is up for everybody. It's really, really good. Roberta, base form, kind of whatever. Shift form is jump damage versus demons and humans, and again, she is maxed on literally everything with this build right here. And there we go. Maxed demon, maxed human, maxed jump damage. Kane in the base form is using Lion Emblem just to help Laura get her LB filled again. Shift form is maxed on everything, demons, humans, and jump damage. Here is the build we're using. And this card is actually pretty helpful if you have it because it gives demon and human killers 75 apiece. So this is 150% killers for this card. It's a little bit less attack power than his regular Barbarisha card, but 150 killers is no joke. So there we go. Maxed on everything. Max, max, max. Wish he was EX2. EX3. Really wish his damage goes way up at EX3, but, you know, whatever. Lara Croft base form, just dual wielding with her TMR equipped. Shift form, now because she has the Force a weapon in peril, which means we're going spears, her damage suffers quite a bit. So we got a spear, we got spear equipped, chain cap up, and because of that having the Force the spear, we kind of had to, you know, lose some killers. So 6,600 attack power, and we've only got 100 demon killer, but maxed out human killer, so that's nice. And there we go. Okay, so I'll post a turn count chart in the comments. I will be going back to the other bosses for cleaner runs, as well as some budget runs. The budget runs will probably be this weekend. And then I'll do the Extra Stars again, and we'll do a budget run on Dark Reign at some point as well. But okay, there it is. Hope it helps. Thank God the crash bug is fixed. Thank you, Gumi, for fixing it very quickly. The first day it's fixed. Very happy about that. So I will see you next time.